2017 at 6 p.m. The keynote speaker on Sunday is Honorable Judge Lauren P. Thomason, the first African-American woman judge in San Joaquin County. Join us in the celebration as it continues with MLK Youth Day, Monday, January 16th at 10 a.m. The Unity March will be followed by activities for youth of all ages, food, a fashion showcase, and performances by various artists. The guest speaker will be Stockton's first African-American mayor, Mayor Michael Tubbs. For more information, go to ministersandcommunityunited.org.
One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
$1 a day can buy you great radio. At the Voice of Stockton, the GoFundMe is a way to help ensure you have great radio here in Stockton. You can be the Voice of Stockton on KXVS. Go to our website, thevoiceofstockton.org, to get more information. Right here on 92.1 FM. Coming soon.
KXVS, the Voice of Stockton, live. The Voice of Stockton at Stone Soup Studio. KXVS.org.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years. I know. They're called doctors. Man, did I get duped with mud. You eat a lot of pink chips when you were a kid? Why?
Welcome to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice.
Hey, is this soup being good fast? No. Your face does. What number did you call? 2, 4, 9er. Where you going? Well, what can you talk about?
This is your host, OJ, and most of you guys know me as Orlando Jose.
That's me!
And I'm the co-host, Airric G.
You're listening to KXVS, the Voice of Stockton. And welcome back to the afternoon entertainment hour on OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice. So let everybody know who we got in our room right here.
I'm Airric G.
And I'm Shogun.
All right, so let us everybody know what's going on with you today, what's happening here in this so-called Stockton town.
Oh yeah, let's start with OJ. How was your day today?
My day was awesome. So it's also we're in the new year.
Okay, now how did you feel in the new year?
The new year.
How are you feeling? I mean, a lot of tension, a lot of stuff happening in your mind. What's going on there?
Out with the old and in with the new.
Right. And how does that affect people? Shogun's here with Mindmentorz, and he's here to tell us about how to handle things in your mind here on the new year.
Well, I'm Shogun, of course. I've been in Stockton for a minute now, and I do a lot of music and different things, but I've been involved in working with individuals who, go through experiences in life wherein, none of us want to be in. But I've learned a lot of things along the way, and I'm feeling really good for this new year. I think that it's a positive beginning, and I think that I could help a lot of people, try to figure out what's going on with themselves, all this violence and stuff going around, in the 209, man. We need to come together and do something about it, and that's what I'm about right now this year.
Oh, nice.
All right. So for people out there in Stockton, let everybody a little bit about who you are, Mr. Airric G. Just give a little.
I'm Airric G. I help organize KXVS radio. I do a lot of other odd jobs and stuff to help keep Stockton safe, and I run across a lot of the stuff that Shogun is actually talking about, and there's a lot of people out here that need this type of help. What is the most frequent health issues that you have today?
You know what? The thing is that there's a lot of co-occurring things that happen in people's lives wherein one thing leads to another. You know how the brain works. You might be broke, and because of that you're depressed.
Right.
A bill might be coming up and you don't have it. You know what I mean? It brings strain in the family. A lot of relationships get broken up because of that.
Right.
Or you might just be a new dad, and you're optimistic about the future for your kids, and then you find out that you don't have a job. A lot of things happen that result in people doing negative things in their life, and that's what we're trying to focus on. We're trying to bring that to an awareness. We're trying to make the community understand a lot of these issues that people go through, so you can be able to help people.
All these things actually happen in life.
Yeah, they happen every day. They happen to every one of us, so it's not a one-size-fit-all kind of thing.
Do you think that people get complacent in their lives and just bypass all these feelings towards some that would actually have these issues in their lives?
It's so easy. It's so easy. I'm glad you brought that up, because what happens is, whenever anybody hears the word mental health, they automatically have a stereotypical feeling about it. They feel it's something negative. Yeah. So I like using the word emotional health.
Okay.
It makes you feel a little better.
It does.
It does. So I like using the word emotional health. It kind of encourages people to seek help. Because as soon as they hear mental health, they feel like you got to go to the county, turn yourself in, 5150.
Right. Well, that's exactly what I thought when I'm not in a negative way or anything like that, but I did. I actually thought that.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not a bad thing.
Right.
It's not because that's how society has been doing it in the past.
And you're finding your self-help.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're trying to do is, at least for our communities, the local communities here in Stockton, we're trying to bring awareness, let them know where they can get help. What kind of help is out there, screening, different things that you can do just to help your family, I think it's going to be a good year, and I really appreciate KXVS, taking the time out to really do things in the community to make us better, as a people, so I'm down.
I know somebody got to do it. So for your
we're real community here.
Like I said, you did music, you did this. What got you into becoming an artist and then just follow into this?
Well, years ago when I moved from Africa, came to Stockton, I was going through a lot of different things because I had gone through a lot of war and poverty and different things that kind of affected my life. But at the same time, when I came to America, for some reason, I could find a little bit of balance in my life. It was hard. I won't lie. It took me a while for me to be in a place where I'm comfortable to talk about, my past, because there's a lot of guilt about things that I did before and what I got to do now. Right. Why is things happening like me, this way? So when I got myself into a good position, I could go back to college, got a bachelor's degree. It kind of gave me more motivation. At that point, I decided that let me express myself musically.
Nice.
Started writing songs and doing different shows, events. I did a lot of free events in Stockton. I did at UOP, at the Miracle Mile, different venues. San Jose, we started going around doing different things. Started working with Three Kings, ENT. Trying to bring just a positive vibe. My music is not all about violence and different things like that. Of course, it's spicy, but
has a message.
It has a message.
Positive message.
And songs like that don't really make the radio and all of that.
Right.
A lot of times, it's local scene, but it makes you feel good that you're doing something for your community. So that's what brought me to a point wherein I started working. After graduating, I started working with homes for adults with intellectual disability and things like that.
No, stuff like that, like you said, like stuff when you did writing stuff. Like who you looked up to? How'd you look up to people back then?
I mean, like back then, my main inspirations were like deep reggae artists like Joseph Hills, Bob Marley, and then deep hip hop artists like KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. All these people kind of influenced me. I mean, they were lyrical. Okay, we got to give it to them. They were lyrical. Their vibes were not just negative. Okay, they had a lot of positive messages. So they were a lot of my inspirations when I started. And at that point, positive music wasn't that of a big deal, really. It still isn't, but somebody got to keep it going. And it brought a lot of awareness to me, made me meet a lot of people, make a lot of friends in Stockton, get to know the community, blend with everybody, do shows with the really rich white folks, and then go into the hood and do events there, so kind of bridged a real gap with me,
That's great.
Like, is there
That's great.
like websites or stuff they can find you on?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go and find out more about what we're doing in Stockton, like I said, I collaborate a lot with Three Kings Entertainment. Too Tough Productions is my own production label where most of my music is. I also have the Mindmentorz website and Facebook. Just Google Shogun, Mindmentorz. It appears, So,
right.
Like I said, it's something that you have to put yourself out there. Okay, like I said, these are things that people literally got to come out and try to seek the positive. Okay, because it's not something that is going to be glamorous out there. You have to seek it and want to, to get more of the information, and you're gonna find it definitely.
Yeah, when I was reading this over here, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have you on my show. I don't know if I was gonna have an anxiety attack or panic attack.
You know what? I think Mindmentorz will help you out with that. I think they will keep you positive.
Hey,
for sure.
A lot of people.
Now I know who to call.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know
Right,
that.
right.
A lot of those things, everybody experiences them, and it's just the level that differs. That's why I said it's not a one size fit all for everybody, right? Yeah. Somebody might come and sit here and they might even not even be able to say a word. How do you deal with that person? What is your approach? So those are the kind of things that we deal with when we come to Mindmentorz. And I went through a rigorous training to be a mental health first aid provider. Okay. I've trained about 60 people right now. So it's just a beginning, man. Call me, let me know. I will definitely be able to assist you.
That's nice to know that a lot of people are actually afraid to speak. They're afraid to talk and about themselves, and that's great that there's a technique out there that you can open them up.
Oh yeah, and there's a thing they call the no more stigmas, because what it is just a stigma. Because when people have, let's say somebody has hypertension. Yeah. If somebody comes and tells you that they have hypertension, you probably, be like, hey, take time, don't eat salt too much, you just steer it, right? Right. But if somebody comes and tells you that, oh, you know what, I'm hearing voices, automatically, you probably tap your neighbor and say, oh, he's hearing voices. So there's a stereotype to it, and that's the main thing that we're trying to get rid of. That stigma. It's not like that, because as long as you understand the person and you know who they are, you can be able to help them, and that's what this whole initiative is about.
And then what kills me is like now, like you said, from artists to mental health aid, you got like two different artists. Two different audience that you gotta get your listeners and followers.
Yes.
And over there you gotta get your listeners and to listen and follow through. It's kind of how do you do both? Like.
That's what's beautiful about it, because guess what?
It's too different.
Everybody who tends to listen to anything, think about it, politicians or whoever, the delivery of your message is very important. Your audience is very important, So if you can't reach the audience, how can you help them?
Right.
If I can't speak your language, how can I help you? If you're a Christian, you know that the Bible, speaking in tongues, speaking different languages and stuff like that. So
you have to be able to communicate.
Yes, communication is a key. Now, when I go to my events, I portray myself in a positive way. I'm already starting the process right there. I'm talking to my young, artists that I meet out there. I'm motivating them, giving them inspiration, tell them where to get help, trying to coordinate with them, help them out, just like I did with Three Kings. We build up like that. So when you build up like that, guess what? All of those guys who are in the Three Kings actually work with adults with intellectual disability, and they love it. It gives them a sense of fulfillment.
Yeah, they're great people.
They're great people.
Great people.
They're going out. They're going to feed the poor, and they're going to the cooking, the African food. Take it out there. We're going to give it out. Just different things just to inspire the community. And as long as you can meet people where they are, you can impact their lives. So that's why it works.
Definitely.
Yeah, feed on there. Yeah, I used to see some footage. Yeah, they giving out food, feeding them. Yeah.
So all of those things combined. With the knowledge that it takes to help somebody, then you can help somebody. Then I can go somewhere and see somebody stressing out. I can tell them, hey, calm down. Come here, let me talk to you. I'm also where I work. I'm the manager over there, so I have people that work for me. Nice. And the way I interact with them is because of my knowledge, of these things, so.
All right, so we're gonna probably wrap it up to your other interview, and then we're gonna listen to your other guests coming online. So last things to say, like, what would your positive message to be on the radio?
Would you want to hang out with us?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll hang out with you guys, man. Like I said, man, I really appreciate what KXVS is doing, what you guys are doing. OJ's Juice Bar,
So who would you like to thank? Who would you thank?
I think the whole community. I'll be honest with you. I want to thank the whole community for coming together, for trying to do things that will motivate our young adults and young men who are coming up in Stockton right now, because a lot of them are lost,
And then we'll be back.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back right after this.
Entertainment Hour.
With the Entertainment Hour. So stay tuned.
Show.
Hey, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I'm under a 5-year plan. I eliminated the cigarettes, then I go to cigars, then I go to pipes, then I go to chewing tobacco. I'm onto that nicotine gum.
Welcome to the Afternoon Entertainment Hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's